In August 1973, right in the heart of the Swedish capital, an unexpected event inside a bank would forever change how psychology understands human behavior under extreme pressure. Stockholm Syndrome. But what really happened? Why did people held against their will start to defend the person who controlled them? And how did a series of institutional decisions help escalate the situation? Today, you'll discover the complete story, the psychological background, the strategic mistakes, and the global impact of an event that redefined the relationship between fear, trust, and survival. To understand this, we need to go back in time. Sweden in the 1970s was seen as one of the most stable countries in the world, a model of social welfare and institutional trust. So when this unexpected event happened in a completely ordinary space, the collective shock was immediate. No one was prepared for what came next. On a seemingly normal morning, an individual enters a bank in central Stockholm. In moments, the routine is shattered. Employees and visitors find themselves trapped. The space becomes an environment of constant tension. Outside, authorities are alerted. Inside, a complex psychological game begins, where words and gestures take on vital importance. Hours turn into days, and something unexpected starts to emerge in the human relationships inside. When humans are put in extreme situations, the brain enters adaptation mode. Small gestures begin to carry great meaning. A less aggressive word, a fulfilled request, a promise of protection. Gradually, some of those held inside begin to see their captor, not just as a threat, but as a paradoxically predictable figure. Meanwhile, the actions of the authorities outside start to generate insecurity inside. Fear no longer comes only from within, it also comes from the outside. The decisions made by the authorities during this episode are still widely debated. Communication failures, contradictory orders, and a lack of strategic empathy. For those confined, every external action seemed to increase the risk. The result is a natural psychological shift, trusting more in the person physically close than in distant, impersonal figures. Not out of logic, but out of emotional survival. After the ordeal ends, something surprising happens. Some of those involved begin to publicly defend their captor. They show empathy, understanding, and even affection. The term Stockholm Syndrome then emerges to describe a psychological mechanism where the mind creates positive bonds as a form of self-preservation. Today, psychology understands this as an adaptive response of the brain. It's not a matter of weakness or moral confusion. It's an unconscious strategy to reduce stress and fear. The human brain seeks safety where it seems most immediate. And sometimes that means forming bonds where they are least expected.